the last two videos, Canvas Prep 1 and 2, we talked about putting a border around our canvas that will be used to frame for the area for framing. And then the second thing we did was to tape off our edges because there is generally one edge that is stitched, machine stitched. And the others, because you've cut it from a larger piece of canvas, are frayed and loose, and you don't want your canvas to unravel. So we tape the edges to keep the canvas together. Eventually, I will put my canvas on stretcher bars. And that's a personal preference. Some people like stretcher bars, some don't, but it does hold your canvas rigid and it makes stitching it a lot easier. So the next thing, and maybe really should be the first thing for most of us, is that we have to figure out what it is that we're going to stitch. Those with artistic talents might treat this like a canvas and just have a rough idea that they put in. And remember that you must use waterproof material when you're working on canvas, because otherwise if it gets wet, then those marks will bleed into your thread, and if you're using nice silk thread, you don't want to have that happen. So you want to think about your design first. Now, as much as I love needlepoint, I am not very skilled at drawing. So I go on the internet and find free things that can be downloaded and used. And I have such a thing here. It's a fish. And what I will do is lay the fish under this canvas, and I'll have to get it centered correctly, make sure that it's centered. I will tape it down and tape the canvas down, and then I will use the outline of this. I will trace it, and that will be the basis of my fish. And then I will decide what colors to use, what threads to use to make this fish. But I am transferring it or tracing it from a free picture on the internet. So there are sources of that type that you can use. Again, if you have artistic ability or you want to take a photograph of yours and lay it under here, you can do that also, and that can be the basis of your first homemade design. Talk to you later.